adventure in Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I am here with
the Demolition Man, Venom,
and Kern Murphy from Venom Inc.
Yes. Now, this is fucking great because I didn't even know you guys were here. I went out to get some food for like the first time all weekend, and I'm like, holy shit, look at this. And that's what I love about Bloodstock is you just run into a bunch of old friends, new friends, family. Like, this is the ultimate metal festival for the ultimate metal family, and Venom Inc. is here with me.
Yeah, when you saw us, I didn't even know we were here. Yeah, until you said we were here. I was like, oh my god.
Well, don't tell. I mean, we snuck in, so we're actually not supposed to be here. Don't tell security.
Yeah, don't tell. We won't tell them.
No, so I have people ask me about like, well, what's it like playing these metal festivals? And it's a lot of fun, of course. You know, we get to play for 25,000, 30,000 people, but the real fun is almost after the show, when you get to run into all the bands that you're friends with, all the press people, all the photographers. It's almost like a summer camp reunion with alcohol. So it's just it is one of the big fun things. Like you said, we didn't even know that Tony and I were going to be here, and now here we are sitting here having an interview and a great conversation.
And then Tony didn't even recognize me because I'm wearing a pink shirt.
That was the pink shirt.
The pink shirt threw him off.
Not metal,
right?
Like, hey, I was like, oh my god.
But that is something else I love about Bloodstock, because of Sophie Lancaster, who got killed for being a goth. What a stupid fucking shit. And so they pay homage here at Bloodstock, and Saturday every year, the whole place is supposed to wear pink.
Yeah.
So all these badass metalheads in pink.
We all do it.
He's got the pink phone.
And there's I just had a band called Imperium play the Sophie Lancaster stage, and I did a single with them, so I jumped up to sing it. But that whole stage, which they've enlarged this year, which is the second stage, is the Sophie Lancaster stage. Yeah. And I gave a whole load of memorabilia and stuff to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation that they're going to auction off, and that's our community.
Yeah.
Talking to someone in the ring, in the arena, and he said, "Could I do a quick interview?" And I'm like, "Okay." And there's his wife, and then he starts talking about a festival we did, and said, "Yeah, I'm going again next year," and so's my daughter, because it's my birthday's at the beginning of the month. And her birthday's at the end of the month. And I said, oh, that's great. He went, that's my daughter there. And I went, oh, hi, wow, 2 generations, amazing. He went, yeah, these are my grandchildren. And it's like, that's Bloodstock.
Yeah.
It's like everybody, 3 generations.
I'll describe Bloodstock by what I experienced the first day.
Yeah.
So there was a band I interviewed at Wacken last week. I didn't get to catch their set. So I caught their set here, and I was in a mosh pit with a bunch of dinosaurs.
Yes.
Heavysaurus.
Yesterday was the banana mosh pit day.
Yeah. And then there was that first day after that band I interviewed earlier in the day, Evil Scarecrow.
Oh, yeah.
And they had a crab mosh pit and a spider mosh pit. And I'm sending it to my kids, and my daughter's like, what the heck? I'm like, that's what it's about over here. We're just having fucking fun.
When we all talk, particularly at the times we're in, and there's an emphasis on freedom, and what I say is like, when you're free is when this is happening, when the music's happening, and when you walk around that arena and you see dinosaurs, and you see, I saw a girl dressed yesterday as Judy Garland from The Wizard of Oz with a basket and everything. I was like,
nice.
Why are you dressed as that? She went, why not? I was like, that's
a fucking,
why not?
That's a
why
great reason.
Not? And I said, that's
because I can.
Nobody's judging anybody. Nobody's judging everybody, and you can see people from 2 to fucking 82 in here, and nobody cares. And it's like, wow, we're really a family. We're really a community. And there's such a wonderful community atmosphere.
We've come a long way since the 80s.
Yes. Well, that's the other thing. I have, obviously, being from the U.S. and American metal festivals and this, I have people asking me, well, what do you think of Bloodstock? Is this your first UK metal fest? I'm like, it is my first UK metal fest. And it's awesome. And well, why? And because there's this real vibe and feel of everybody is just happy and having fun. if somebody, God forbid, if somebody were to be injured or hurt, I feel like 20 people who didn't know that would still come
all be
around.
helping.
And,
1,000,000%.
Do we need to get you some water? Did you get hurt in the pit? What's going on? Like, you'd be taken care of.
Yeah.
The feel, even the security, that they're walking by here and they smile at you.
Right, they're so nice, and in the States, they have this mean that you feel like you're dealing with a corrections officer in prison.
Like a federal corrections place. Yeah.
Even the vendors here, it's actual small business vendors, people who make these incredible, leather gauntlets and these belts and all these great things, and they're here, whereas at American Festival, it's like t-shirts.com, and it feels so corporatized and so.
I love the merch here better too because it's so cool.
More community.
I bought this the first day. Look at that fucking jacket.
Yeah, you would not find this at
No,
American
I've
Festival.
never found it. It's got safety pins and shit all over it.
Jacket or what have you.
And it's just such a cool community, even like the jewelry you're wearing.
Yeah,
I look in the States and I never find anything cool. Here, there's like so much cool shit.
These are either gifts from fans or they're like, I'm walking around going,
He's showing his rings.
That's cool. Yeah, so like this middle one here is literally a gift from a fan in Santiago, Chile.
Nice.
My second show ever with Venom Inc. And I was just walking around and they're like, hey, I was looking for a ring maybe. And they're like, here, this is a gift for you. Thank you for playing. Like,
Wow.
thank you. So I always wear this when I'm out on the road.
I can also tell you from a press perspective, because I do all the U.S. festivals. I do Download, I do Bloodstock, I do Hellfest, Grasspop, Vakken, Resurrection Fest, and a whole bunch of them. But I love the UK because the people that run the media and the people that run the festival, especially here at Bloodstock, they just treat you like you're fucking great. And in America,
Or like they want
they
you.
treat press like they're doing
Shouldn't
you
be
a
there.
favor.
Yeah.
Like I'm giving you promotion, and they
Yeah.
treat you like they're doing you a favor.
Yeah,
Here,
absolutely.
first time I was here, her right there, Kirsten,
Yeah.
she runs media in here. The first time I came here, I said something to her like thank you, and that. Oh no, we realize that without you, there's no festival.
That's it.
I mean, like, that makes me want to come over here.
Yeah.
The other thing, too, is, the European UK festivals, they vet their press. So only real press is here, and they all look out for each other.
Yeah.
In the U.S., you walk away from your shit, and some other press person's taking it.
Yeah.
And, like, you take that from a photographer, they can't afford to replace it. Millions of dollars worth, thousands of dollars worth of equipment, and you'll just take it from somebody? I remember the first time I did Download, I got friendly with this one photographer, and he was walking away, leaving all his equipment there. I'm like, you're going to just leave it there? He goes, yeah, we all look out for each other here. Nobody's going to touch it.
Nobody.
What a fucking great concept, you know?
And that's it.
Right?
It's about that community. We all see that without each other, none of us exist. So we need, as a musician, you need the press, you need the fans, you need the promoters, you need the technicians. You need everybody. You can learn your guitar in your house because you bought a guitar, but if you want to go beyond that, you need people.
No doubt.
When you succeed, or even when you just do it, and success is measured by yourself, not by somebody else's achievements. So when do I succeed? So I'm playing a live show now, and there's 10 people there. Everybody facilitated it on the way up. I didn't do it by myself.
And nobody feels like a competitor.
And nobody
Okay, I
feels-
talk to all these bands that do Metal to the Masses. They never feel like they're competing,
No.
even though they are.
Yeah.
The press people, I have so many press friends in here that they'll just bring interviews over to me. And it's like, that doesn't happen in the U.S. You do it on your own. I'm one that, I'll help the other people, but they're all like, oh, I want to hold on to this because it's my interview and I'm not going to give it to anybody else.
So I have a cool story that ties in with this. So I build tube guitar amps. And one of my mentors, the guy who taught me how to build amps, his name is Bruce Ignator. He's, in my circle, he's world famous. And I told him I was going to start an amp company. And instantly, he's like, well, Kern, if you ever want any designs or schematics or this or that, I'd be more than happy to. And I stopped him and I said, but wait, Bruce, aren't we going to technically be competition? And he goes, oh, Kern, no. there's so much money on the table. No one man is getting it all.
Nice.
Don't worry about that shit.
I love that attitude.
Yeah.
And
It's a
and that
huge
and,
world.
and before I had started my amplifier company, that reset my entire mindset on my business.
Right.
I can never take all the money, so I don't have to be an asshole. I can help other guys who
Yeah.
fix amps, build amps, this and that,
Yeah.
because it'll come back to me in a good way.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing here. We all go out and try and play our asses off. It makes the fans happy and excited. And so it's easier for the next band to come out and play their ass off, and the fans are already up and excited, and so it becomes this
And by the
beautiful
time
circle
you get to
of
the
good.
closing, it's magical,
Yeah.
which is what it should be.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, too, is if you're really confident in what you do,
Yeah.
you don't deem the others as a threat.
No.
That's the people that'll hold on to it because they're not secure with how well they are.
Yeah.
I always help other press people because I have enough confidence in how I do things
I
that
know what
I
I'm
don't
capable of.
need
Yeah. I
to
don't need to worry
worry.
about it. I
There's
don't need to
nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. That's exactly it.
There's enough for
Yeah.
all of us,
Yes,
you know?
Yeah.
And that's true of anything.
Everything.
And I do love over here in the UK. Sure, you've had this experience already too. It's like I always feel like all my friends are here. Everybody's so cool. Like I came here Thursday for the first day, and I'm walking up and like 10 people like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like, and I haven't seen them in a year.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't walk 10 feet with this guy without somebody stopping.
Yeah.
I know,
I'm
right?
not complaining, but
Yeah,
or even the funny thing of just walking around like you've got a drink in your hand and somebody like walks in. Oh, so sorry to walk in front of you. Oh, okay. Well,
Right?
that was nice.
We went,
Like,
when we arrived, we went straight to the New Blood stage to sing a band. Someone asked us, "Oh, could you get there for 12 o'clock?" I said, "Yes, of course." So they won a competition for East Anglia. So we went across to see them. On the way there were several people like bumping, trying to, and on the way back, several people bumping. Every single person would go, "Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very English." But it's like they're concerned that they're bumping into each other.
What's the first thing you guys say to people a lot of times? Instead of hiya or hello, it's like, "You all right?"
Yes, exactly.
Like my
Oh,
friends
you-
in here, they're all right. They're always like, "You all right?" That's how they say hello.
And the difference is, if you said not really, they would go, what's wrong? Or they'd engage with you and go, what's happened? Are you okay? Can I?
Yeah, in the
Can I
States,
help?"
they don't care.
It's just a word. It's just a word. It's like, yeah, have a nice day, but whether you do or not, I've just got to say that. So
Right.
It's like, right, do you want me to have a nice day? I guess, yeah. And it's like, all right, so you're just saying it verbatim. But here, if someone goes, "I hope you have a nice day," they hope you have a nice day.
Yeah.
If they say you later not having a nice day, they're engaged to go, "What happened?" And they'll want to do something about that. That's the difference. In a circle pit out there, one person falls, it looks like mayhem. People are kicking the shit out of each other in the ground and everything else. If one person falls down, everybody picks that person up.
Yep. I'll tell you what happened to me at Download one year. I was in the Bring Me to Horizon pit,
Yeah.
and there was this really big dude. He made you look small.
Yeah.
And
am I that fat? What the
no,
hell?
no, big as in,
Yeah.
big as in like, but he and tall and he was going in there like typical of those kind of dudes. Like there's two kinds of big dudes.
Yeah.
There's the dudes that are just the big pussy cats that they realize you're a smaller dude so they don't hit you so hard in the pit. And then there's the others that come in that are the fucking bullies.
Yeah.
And they're the ones I love in a respect of I'm a little dude.
Yeah.
I will come around the pit and like Mike Tyson, I'll come down and come up with my elbow and I'll be on the other side of the pit before they see who hit them.
Yeah.
You know, because I think they're fucking assholes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what was cool was this dude, he was super huge.
Yeah.
And he kept picking on people. And this one dude turned out to be his size.
Oh.
And walked up to him and he's like, why don't you pick on somebody your own size?
Yeah.
And fucking removed him from the pit.
Oh my
And
God.
that dude wasn't allowed in the pit again. And
Right.
that dude was literally scared. And that's how those bullies are.
Yeah.
They're always scared
Yeah.
when somebody backs them up. I learned when I was a little kid. My brother taught me
Yeah.
because somebody was bullying me.
Yeah.
And he said, just fucking knock them out because they're pussies anyway.
Yeah.
And if you knock them out, they won't
You
bully
only have
you
to knock
ever
them out
again.
once. That's it.
And that's what happened, you know?
Story, yeah, exactly. And I think that's it. And I think you get a lot of that contemptuousness, people walking around, trying to be something that they're not. and yet you come to Bloodstock here, and if I went out there now, I picked anybody around him, you know, the ugliest motherfucker on the planet, the biggest muscly, I said, you couldn't give me a hand, I'm a bit of a try. I know they'd go,
Oh, yeah.
What's the problem?
I have not met one asshole at Bloodstock, and I've been doing this festival for
I know.
years.
And they all get drunk, and everybody's partying all day.
And they're
so-
still not an asshole.
The
It
chances
never
of-
gets ugly. Like at the
It
end of the
never
night,
gets
everyone's
ugly.
pissed,
Smiling, happy.
It's still fun.
Yeah.
There's no underlying like this could kick off in a really
Oh no, I've
bad
met
way.
totally so many people because that serpent's lair out there, people will be getting pretty drunk at like 2 in the
Oh
morning.
my God, yeah.
And I've met people that were so pissed
Yeah.
that they would be the type you think would get into fights, and they're still like lovey-dovey. They're more like, oh, I love you, man.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
it. Everybody gets into that zone.
Yeah, it's just that whole vibe here. There's just that energy here.
Yeah.
And it's
Exactly.
I'm walking in here at 10 a.m., getting
Yeah.
double Jack Daniels and Coke, and drinking that till 12 a.m. Like so all day, and running around and that. You think like fucking hell, something shit's gonna go down somewhere. And the security have the best job here because they're all friendly, they're all available, they're all kind, they all want to help you, and everybody respects them.
I saw during one of the shows, I forget which one it was, security having their own circle pit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never fucking seen that in my life.
Isn't that just,
That's fucking amazing, man.
That's it.
Like, that's the story of this whole community. And
Yeah.
Vicky, who is one of the founders, okay?
Yeah.
I saw on her Instagram, and I talk to her every year. She's the nicest person.
Yeah.
And somebody asked her, "Are you going to try to turn this into a download?" And she didn't even hesitate. She
No.
said, "Absolutely fucking
No.
not."
No.
They have their place. We
Yeah.
have ours. We're perfectly happy with it
Yeah.
being like this
Yeah.
and having our metal family here.
Yes.
And that's what makes this great.
And that's you've hit the nail on the head there. From Paul, the amazing artist, here, Adam who does security, Alan Hungerford, Vicky, Rachel, you know, all the family do it. And so everything is an extension of their family. So we're all family. It's like they've just expanded their family. They had the siblings, you know, the sisters and the brothers and the mum and the dad, and now they've got like 28,000 people or the rest of their family, and we feel it. So because it's not just an enterprise, it's not just a money-making machine, it's not just someone's conjured up some kind of thing to, oh, I could do this. It's like emanated from a family who was so impassioned. Paul's artwork for Saxon and everything else, it was so impassioned. He was in that. He wanted to do more. How can we do more? This is what we can do. And that's why it's a family, from the first person to the last person.
No doubt about it. And the community here that pays homage to everything, like the year Ozzy passed,
Oh my
they had
God,
this
yeah.
whole area
Yes.
that I signed that you could sign
Yep.
for Ozzy.
Signing wall, yeah.
Last year,
Lemmy's ashes, all of that.
that too. Last year, Machine Head's on.
Yep.
And
Rob did
I
that.
had tears because
Yeah.
Rob Flynn did this dedication to Michelle Kerr, who used to be running this media tent, who I loved because she used to just hook me up with everybody
She
for
was so
interviews.
amazing, yeah.
She was such an amazing
Such an
human
amazing
being.
person, yeah.
And like he made this whole
And
dedication.
the whole air, everywhere went quiet when he
Oh
was doing
my my
Everywhere.
God, it was
Yeah.
unbelievable. Like, and it was funny too because like he was talking about her drinking.
Yeah.
And he's like, she could drink anybody under
Oh,
the
yeah.
table.
Yeah.
He's like, she used to have me come drink with her, and there would be some point, and I would just tell her I'm tapping out.
Yeah. You're on
Like
your own.
nobody could keep up with her,
You're on
you know,
your own.
and
Yeah.
just that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I was so moved by it, but that I saw a couple months later Rob at Louder Than Life, I think it was, in the States, and I've never met him.
Yeah.
I've never interviewed him,
Yeah.
and I walked up to him and I just at press and I just said, I just want to say what you did for Michelle, that was fucking amazing. And it brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah.
She was an amazing human. And he goes, yeah, she was the best.
Yeah.
And I just said, and I shook his hand. I'm like, that's all I wanted to say. And I walked away.
Yeah.
Like,
Leave it on the floor, yeah.
you know, because that's what I really felt like, that he went out of his way during the set to do that. That says everything.
It said everything. And you know, the thing is, you could say that he would do that in a Vakin for someone at Vakin, or you could do that at Alcatraz or someone at Alcatraz or someone like that. However, everybody here knew who he was talking about.
Exactly.
Everybody here got emotional.
The whole place.
Everybody know who she was.
And he was headlining the whole place. You know what I love too? Speaking about Machine Head, is they do these surprise bands here that play in like the Sophie Lancaster stage. One year it was Machine Head.
Rob did it.
Fucking Machine Head playing in a tent. And it was like, oh my God, like what other festival do you go to that happens?
Surprise!
Right?
Very cool.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's looking for ways to keep everybody inbred in each other and have access to these people. Because you know, you might miss them in a signing tent. You see them on stage and they're on tour, so they've got to go. So how do we then do something extra? How do we then do something extra to bring them all together? And that is a classic.
Another way is the fucking pillow fighting over there.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, that's the funniest shit ever.
Fighting, metal aerobics, it's like, get away.
I know, it's the funniest shit ever.
So silly and so fun. I mean, come on.
Well, that's the point. Like, when I was interviewing Evil Scarecrow, they were like, we don't take ourselves so seriously. We're just having fun. And I think that's what we have to learn is some metalheads need to stop taking themselves so seriously. It's about fun. It's about community. We got enough seriousness out in the world. This is our escape from all that shit.
Our escape, it's our escape.
Yeah,
we can still be in Congress and we can still feel what we feel and say what we want to say, but this is our freedom from all of that.
Yeah. Exactly.
We can close the door for a few hours, for a day, 2 days, we can get rid of that and it'll still be there when we go back. Just give us a chance.
100%. And you know, it's interesting. So I have this solution to the world's problems. You want to hear it?
Of course.
So we have one major metal music festival that the whole world is required to attend except the political leaders. They are banned. Security has strict instructions. You're not allowed in. And put everybody into the mosh pit. We'll all fucking work it out and give each other a hug at the end and we'll all be friends again.
Didn't we almost kind of have that with the World Cup?
That's true.
When you had all of these nations, all these countries of fans coming to one country and getting way hammered drunk, watching sports, and everybody laughing and having a great time. I mean, the Scots drank Boston dry and then cleaned up. They then cleaned up.
Right?
I mean, you know.
Exactly. That's the key. Keep the fucking political leaders out of everything.
Without the politics telling us we're supposed to hate each other, everybody had a great fucking time.
Exactly. And I find that a lot of the people in the States, they call us brainwashed for saying shit like this. You're brainwashed by listening and treating these politicians like they're rock stars and you're fangirling or fanboying out and thinking they actually give a shit. I have this thing. They're two sides of the same coin and they're on the same team and it ain't fucking mine. I don't care what side of the political fence you're on.
Or any of them.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, self-effacing, self-manipulating for self-interest, and that's it. So it's like, okay, well then, if you're all on the inside, you're all the elite, and you're all in, well then we'll be happily on the outside. So we'll do our thing, and you do yours. So you do yours, and you'll be happy, and we'll do ours, and we'll be happy.
Exactly.
Stop trying to control it. Stop trying to, breed from it. Like that. Sometimes the industry itself, the music industry itself, is feeding off the artists and the fans. It's like, well, do we need to do that? Do you need to do that? I don't think you need to do that. A profit is a profit. 10 books is a profit. 1,000's great, but if you made 10, you made a profit. Do you have to take everything from everybody?
Well, that's why I have a problem with Spotify as an example. And that's
Steelify, Steelify.
Yeah, exactly. I am not the size of Spotify. I pay licensing. I pay royalties. I pay more royalties than they do. Like there's something fucked up with that. And then on top of it, like the only way an artist, I always say in my when I do interviews, buy the merch of the artist,
Yeah.
or else don't fucking listen to my show, because that's the only way you get to the next gig.
No, exactly.
Because you can't make money any other way
You got to
anymore.
put fuel in. You got to eat something, and you got to get
Exactly.
there. And
Nobody's
everybody
getting
wants to do
rich
it.
off of it.
There's no way to do it without that support, without that financial support. And if that's buying a T-shirt, then buy a T-shirt.
Exactly.
You know, and the lower level bands, you're buying a T-shirt for $20. Okay, you might get $50 for a bigger band because there's some kind of corporate thing being added to that. But the band that plays your local club, just go buy their shirts. Go see their show. And
That's
buy
the only
their
way to
shirts.
eat.
Yeah.
You know?
You're helping them to keep the art alive. That's what you're doing.
Well, there's obviously, buying the merch is a huge help, and as a fan, wanting to buy merch, I think is kind of ingrained, at least in my mind. But one thing I personally think I'm seeing is that people are sick of paying money and not owning anything.
Yeah.
Your subscription models.
Yeah.
When a company like Apple can decide, well, these 2 albums by your favorite band we're not going to have on our streaming platform because for whatever reason. And so you're paying $15 or $20 a month and you can't have that, so now you got to go buy it anyway. People are realizing, oh, I don't own this. I'm essentially giving you money for nothing.
The right to listen.
So
now you see things like CD sales spiking and vinyl sales have been spiking for the last decade.
Yeah.
People want to hold it in their hands.
Next generation wants something
Open
tangible.
it up and own it, and it's mine. I get this.
I have a
mine.
stack of vinyls that when I leave this earth, that's going to my kids.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
But think of it that way, and what Kern's saying there, I think it's interesting. It's like paying, I don't know, $50, $20, $100, $200 for a Bloodstock ticket. Coming here, and then I'm going to go out and watch whoever it is. I'm going to go watch Nevermore, and then they go, right, how many songs do you want to hear? We'll put these plugs in so you can't hear any, but how many do you want to listen to?
Yeah.
Well, all of them. Okay, so that one's like $1.50, that one's $1.50, that one's and they go, all right, so I've got to pay here. Well, depending on how many songs you want to listen to, it's like, but I paid to come in, can't I just hear them? It's like, not really. You can.
Right,
It's
exactly.
like, what the fuck kind of model is that? It's like it doesn't do anything for the artist. You're just taking money for nothing. And how can someone, a massive artist can like have 4 million streams on it and get like $50?
Exactly.
How is that even
It's
mathematically
insane.
possible?
It's insane.
Where is the money? Where is the money? And remember when Laws came on about the Napstar thing?
Oh, he was right. I say it all the time.
Exactly. I was the only person that I knew who went like, yeah, I can see what he means. And everybody slagged him off. It was all about how much money he wants.
And it wasn't about that, because I knew
never
Lars was
about
right too. It was about, like he said, it's the control of when we release that song. If you want to trade that song and tell your friends about it and give it away after you buy it, we don't care about that.
No.
We only care about how we're allowed to present that song to our fans.
We have the right to
The
present
mixes that were on Napster, the things that were being tape traded on Napster, were unfinished rough mixes, missing parts, and that was the argument, and that's what got lost in
the transition,
the discussion of what was going on. And Lars was right.
And what people forget, they give him a lot of shit, but Lars and the rest of Metallica were poorer than poor for many years. They paid their fucking dues. You know? It's not like they woke up and they were millionaires.
Yeah, and the thing is, just because they were smart enough to be advised to go, you should form a company and put the money through the company and actually do it as a business, because they were smart enough to do that, it was going, oh, right, they're all about the money. It's like, no, there's still a band within.
It's
that
still
whole
their
stream.
business and it's still their livelihood.
They saved themselves.
This is a business. It is
Yeah.
a business.
And how much expenses do they have too?
Yeah, exactly.
The bigger the band, the bigger the expenses.
So you're gonna complain about Metallica, who's got a load of money and are really rich because they were smart enough to set up a business, but not this band, Deep Purple, let's say, who made no money because the record company stole all the money. Well, which one was the smartest one then?
Exactly. Like, I remember back in the day of the Sunset Strip days and the record labels throwing money at these bands.
Yeah.
But they were also throwing the drugs and the women and everything
Everything
else
they
so
could,
they could
yeah.
steal all that money
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't get to keep that money.
$1 million, of course you can. because your average earning maybe like 150,000. So you'll be in debt to me forever. I'll own all of your stuff for perpetuity, and long after you're gone, I'll still be making money.
Yep.
Or the next person will still be making money. We'll own it forever.
Yep.
You don't own it forever.
Yeah.
You own it for 5 minutes.
And how could somebody buy in an auction? Like, it did really bother me when Michael Jackson could outbid Paul McCartney for the rights of his
rights.
music.
Yeah.
His
His
publishing rights.
music.
What the fuck?
Like, no.
That was,
If
that
it's
was definitely crazy.
yeah, if it's your music, it's your fucking music.
Forever, surely.
Like, nobody should be able to have enough money to outbid you for your own
For your
creativity.
own music. Yeah. It's just bizarre. The whole thing's bizarre, yeah.
But thank God we have bands like you guys
Yeah.
who are fucking real.
Rich
Who-
and massive and fantastic.
steal all the bread.
Sexy, warm, friendly, funny. We can groove. We're good dancers.
There you go.
Webbed feet.
Yeah, we got web feet. Now,
Great swimmers.
sometimes it just has to be real. We turned up at the first show. But, this is closing because we've gone on too long. But we were very fortunate enough to be offered to do the Black Label Society tour of late. And we turned up at the first show in Glasgow, and they said, all right, you can set your stuff up and stuff. And they came to me and said, like, where's your backdrop? What backdrop? You don't have a backdrop? No. He was like, oh, right. I mean, because, like, I said, well, why do I need a backdrop? I mean, we just didn't have one. So I had to play, I'm cool about it. And he said, well, what you know, the backdrop's kind of important. I said, what for? He said, well, you know, so people know who you are. I said, there's only 2 bands on the bill, and we're not Black Label Society. So I don't need a backdrop. All right. And he said, the USB. I said, yeah, I've got the intro on the USB key. Oh, I can't use that. Have you got another media form? I said, don't. We don't need an intro then. So what are you going to do? We're going to walk on stage, we're going to plug in, and we're going to start playing. That's
What a
rock and
concept.
roll. That's rock and roll. And people were coming up and going, even in reviews, they were going, they just kind of came on. There was no fanfare. They just started playing and then played and left. And
The
it was
music
amazing.
was the fanfare.
And the music was the thing. Now, ideally, did we want all that to look like that and be like that? No. It was a practical situation. But the music was the thing that carried it. And that's always the thing. All of the rest is the glitter, but the music speaks to the people.
Yep.
The people speak to the music, and it's us together. You support us, and we support you.
And
that's
the
where
best part about your band? Good human beings.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's the best part.
Oh,
Awesome.
bless you. Thank you for that.
But yeah, no, like Tony's saying, if you distill everything down to its base core, it's putting on a record or putting on a CD and hearing those songs. The first time I heard Kill 'Em All, it wasn't at a Metallica concert. It was on a CD, little Sony Walkman portable with my earbud, my headphones, and that's when I heard Metallica Kill 'Em All for the first time. And so if you can still make people enjoy your show and lose their minds and mosh and all this great shit by just walking out and going, here it is. And Metallica can do that. Metallica, they
Yeah.
do those record store day things where they just show up
Yeah.
and it's like 50 people and they play and it's awesome.
Yeah.
The best part of Metallica's live show used to be Hetfield's headbanging.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
He was like one of the best headbangers ever.
Yeah.
Well,
That's it. There's a business, and
Yeah.
there's a reality, and there's an honesty.
yeah.
And like yourself, you just be honest. This is how it is. This is how we feel. This is what we do. And you can like it, and you can dislike it. You can follow it. You can not follow it. There's lots of variation. There's lots of choice. But at least it's real. It's real. It's tangible. You can touch it. You can smoke it. You can eat it. You can smell it. But at least it's real. And that's what we want. That's what I wanted as a youngster, and that's what this generation wants.
And that's what Venom Inc. gives.
That's what we are.
And I'm so happy I bumped into you at Bloodstock. That was that was kismet right there.
Amazing, yeah, Kismet.
And thanks for once again being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Thank you so much, and don't forget this about this man. He is a king among kings.
Like and subscribe. Is that what the kids say nowadays?
Yeah, right? And one of the biggest publicists in the United States, she named me a long time ago the king of all festivals.
There you are.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tag. That's a tag. Give me some. Yeah, excellent.
Love you guys.
Love you. Thank you.
Thanks for taking the time for us.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.